Yes, 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 indeed, indeed, indeed. We're here, we're here, we're here. And yes, thank you. From our perspective, having support groups for those traumatized beings who are feeling so traumatized and being human, this is going to be a very helpful community connection indeed. While they have found balance and neutral and respect their life contracts, respect their life lessons and experiences, still realizing and knowing and honoring who they truly are is a profound advancement in perspective, but feeling traumatized that you are still human, waiting for events to occur, can be quite a toll on one's soul. And just because you are human doesn't mean you need to just have human perspectives and mindsets. It is greatly helpful to be able to have advanced mindsets. But as we say, when you are still supporting humanity, you can easily be traumatized by still seeing and observing humanity's choices. And when you're constantly working diligently to raise your frequency vibrations and spread love and joy, and you are still noticing people refusing to grow, refusing to step up, and refusing to help themselves, they are not doing it to be in spite of you. They're doing the best that they can, and they think and have assumptions that they're right and that their routines and behaviors is how a good, normal human being must and shall always be. And you know the difference between how humanity was supposed to be and how humanity was supposed to evolve. And you know the shortcomings if you wanted to label them as such now. And so we're saying that many people who are advanced in their perspective still need soul family, still need friends, still need to communicate and share their journeys with each other, potentially tools to be able to gain more respect, tolerance, and perspectives to support those who are around them that are at a denser vibration. Remember, you're here for those who have that denser vibration. You are here for it. That is literally your mission, is to find those denser vibrational beings and love them, uplift them, inspire them to grow. Some of you have chosen to not be connecting in with those denser people until you have completely mastered and the 3D and all perspectives. And we are saying that is one choice, but we find that those who have mastered a much more higher perspective struggle deeply to be able to resonate and to relate to those who are holding on to the dense emotions, holding on to fear, holding on to lack and limited perspectives. While you do not feel the need to push them to think bigger and be high frequency vibrational, you respect them at their place of where they're at. It is hard for you when you have ultimate balance and harmony to then go and assist and be able to be relatable to those. And so this is why it's important for you not to wait until you have perfectly mastered the third dimension to be of service. You must be of service every step of the way. But if you cannot truly love yourself and you have no sense of boundaries, that density of others could drown you if you want it to be dramatic. And so this is why it's important to love yourself, to know who you are, to know why you are here, and then have all of that condensed foundation of strength and courage of yourself to be of service. You are always on a journey. You will not get to your perspective of mastering perspectives of 3D. There is so much still you could always explore and grow. We're also wanting to remind you all with much love while you are fragments of your subconscious, while you're fragments of your higher self, and while you're fragments of source, you are not source. You are not your higher self. You're not your subconscious. You are you. And you could even have a few soul essences in that physical body being you. This is where we see people getting tripped up. They have an assumption that they are, in its full entirety, source. We're saying, look at that beach. Look at a gigantic, the biggest beach that you could ever see. That beach full of sand. That sand is not the beach, but you label the beach, but you're not seeing and counting and noticing each individual component that goes to be and create that beach. We are saying the collective of all soul essences in combination together as a collective is source. And we see people getting confused about who they are and their place in the world, the universe, and where they fit in. And you're all equal. You're all one. When you see that big beach, you see that you say that beach is one. That is one beach. And you know the billions of sand grains that comprise that beach. While that sand is the beach, it is one beach. There is many fragments, many components to that beach. We're saying when you know yourself, you know that you are one component to source, you're one component to your higher self, you're one component to your subconscious, you're one component to your collectives. You are one. And while you're deeply connected to all, you are not all at the same time. That one grain of sand is not the beach. So we are saying, for those people who think that they still create their reality, it is saying that one ambitious grain of sand calling itself a beach. And we don't mind, because often those one grains of sand who claim that they are the beach are motivated to impress others. If you still need to impress others, then you ultimately know that one grain of sand is not the beach. One soul is not all. One soul is not source. You're all fragments of each other. You're brothers and sisters. And while you could all merge in, when you are at the ultimate frequency of consciousness, you do form. We're saying, for analogy, the ocean again, and the droplets of water. You can always be one individual, independent droplet of water, but you also can merge in and be indistinguishable, be together, to go with the flow of each other, to be that ocean. Now, we're also saying it can transform and transmute into different things. We're saying take a component of a collection of droplets of water and put that in the freezer, and you will get a new form, a new being. It's very strong in some regards, if you want to keep focusing on that. And it looks like it is very solid and together. And for that moment of being an ice cube, it is. But when you change forms again, and when you separate yourself, we could use many analogies to be able to help assist you. It is significant for you to realize your place in knowing thyself. No one is above you, below you. You're all side by side, by side. And we are saying the trauma of being human makes you feel somewhat discomfortable. Discomfort. There is a discomfort of being human, because you can see the lacks and limitations of the love you want to be in the best love possible. But even you know that full source love energy, because you respect all, you love all at that higher frequency of being source. It is love in its full entirety. It is so high vibrational. You get glimpses of it now and then, But for many of you, you've chosen not to feel source love energy, because as soon as you taste that flavor, as soon as you feel home, the drop between what home feels like for you being with source versus being here in this three-dimensional dimension reality could destroy the soul in some regards, because it is so tremendous what you're doing. You are here, and while you are honoring the vehicle, and while you are your one aspect of self, and as you are pretending to be just an individual, where you are not all connected in, because it gets complex as you are that Russian doll of connected to all, while being a separate individual soul for your experience here on earth. We are reminding you it is a privilege and honor to be here. You've chosen to be here, and many are supporting you being here. And we are honoring and encouraging you to remember your purpose, remember your mission, and to remember yourself and your position and placement in the world, and who you are here to serve. And you are to serve yourself, to empower yourself, so you do not get carried away with lack of boundaries. So you know yourself, to then have strong empowerment to be able to encourage others in that density who are sticking. You may have forgotten all of your stepping stones to empower yourself, and that is okay. But those painful empowerment moments and lessons shouldn't define you. You should have pure balance in your experiences. So there is much to do, always. So we are saying to connect in deeply to us. We are saying those people who share limited perspectives are coming from ego because they can't connect in with us. And there is a huge difference between conscious 3D assumptions and ego-based perspectives versus high-dimensional beings. It is helpful to gain the higher perspectives, because the truth of the higher perspectives is always able to, once applied, be able to easily help you be of service and to have full honest balance. But the truth can trigger people because they are holding on to things. Comfort is one of them. They identify as looking down on humans, and we're saying you're all humans at this point. You are having a human life. You are playing the role of part of humanity. And so we are asking humanity to evolve and step up and to love each other. And this is exciting times for those who are on a big awakening, to be able to remember thyself, to remember all aspects and essences of each other. Even though you are that one individual grain of sand on that beach, you can all feel each other. You're all very proud of each other's journeys to become the beach, to be the beach. There is no one thing that is the beach. It is all aspects of the beach that creates the name, the beach. This is a great analogy from our perspective for you to be able to understand source. Source is the beach. You are the grains of soul essences. And it is a privilege and honor for you to be in a 3D body living here now. We ask for you to find your perspectives, to be able to honor this and have this perspective. This will help you greatly advance and evolve. We say much love to you, as you give much love to self and to others, and be limitless with your integrity and intentions, with your moral compasses to love and support all, knowing that there is not one person on this planet that has your entitlement to judge, to belittle, to think less than. It is all balance. You are all individual grains of sand. You're all individual souls who are very much loved. And while you do have different life contracts, while you have different purposes, they're all significant purposes. They're all significant roles. Find your place. Find your purpose. Apply and be. We say this with much love, always and forever.